discovery by police. Let me tell you a little bit more about it. Police apparently making a breakthrough with regard to the arrest of foreign nationals, and this relates to an alleged military training that they might have been receiving. Police have discovered an alleged illegal military camp just outside White River in Mpumalanga. 94 Libyan nationals, we understand, who have been in the country under false visa applications. They've been arrested and they are currently being processed to be repatriated. The province's safety MEC, Jackie Macias, says the men are also suspected of serious crimes in the area. But we're going to be joined now by Mpumalanga Police spokesperson, Donald Mdhluli. Thank you very much for talking to us at such a short notice. We've been sharing some of the visuals with our viewers on this particular operation. Tell us what you know.
Yes, thank you, Imani, and good afternoon to the viewers. Some few days back, the acting provincial commissioner of the SAPS in Mpumalanga, Major General Dr. Zef Mkhwanazi, convened the Prop Joint Structure and informed them about the information regarding a place which was meant for security training, which seems to have been turned into a military camp. Then, hence, after the planning, today it's the execution of that. We found that there are 95 males. They are from Libya. They have been taken in now, and some actually this is still a process. We are still on the site. We are taking them in so that they could be processed. And also, it seems as if they could have contravened some Immigration Act, and so we are together with our counterparts, officials from the Department of Home Affairs. However, besides that, we had several cases reported. As I'm standing here next to this place in White River, it's Masoi, where the station has experienced a lot of cases, serious cases that were reported. Unfortunately, the victims didn't know the suspects, but they were mentioning in most of those cases that it was people of Asian nationality, and so we could be heading for a breakthrough in terms of this investigation of the cases that were reported. So we've got the team led by Major General Mukangwe here, leading in the police, making sure that they don't just be returned or repatriated to their countries. However, those unsolved cases are effectively dealt with. If maybe those people are the ones that the police have been looking for, as they will be charged and face the might of the law.
So much to get through here, Donald Mdhluli. And let's just perhaps start with this military camp itself. You said it had already been designated for some kind of security training and then sort of taken over and co-opted into what you found today. Tell us what you found. What did it look like?
There are a lot of tents and also some other equipment that are used in intensive military training. It's a very big area, even though it's in a bushy area. We've got a lot of things that the tent, the setup of the things could just tell you that this is not just a security, it's possibly the training for the intense military training.
So you found quite a sophisticated setup.
Exactly, Imani. We found that, hence we've got also our partners from SIRA, because after seeing the setup, they definitely indicated that no, this is way beyond security training. So that is a call for concern. However, we are thankful to the police in partnership with the Prop Joint Structures that an action was quickly taken, and we believe it will yield in a lot of cases being solved, as I've indicated, and justice be served.
Yeah, I mean, one thinks immediately about things like funding and what the objectives might have been, who the commanders are. So this next process that you're about to embark on in terms of further investigations is going to be revealing and fascinating at the same time, Donald Mdhluli. Did you recover a weapons caches as well?
Not yet. However, that matter is also going to be looked at, because remember, in this area, one thing that I should mention as well, there are shooting ranges. We saw one as we were coming. So we believe that could assist a lot. So we are also thankful from the intelligence structure of the police that came with this information, that hence it propelled our acting Provincial Commissioner, Major General Dr. Mkhwanazi, to take an action and ensure that an operation, a sting operation like this one, is carried out quickly.
That was really going to be my next question, which was how did you find out? And as you say, there was some proactive action that was taken by crime intelligence, and so you were able to take the step, because it kind of tells us, you know, that there are eyes on developments like these, watching this happen, and you're able to act quite effectively. As you say, you've taken 95 males, all presumed to be of Libyan nationality, into custody. You're working together with Home Affairs. Just talk to us a little bit about what they might have said to you during the course of these arrests, what their documents are saying as well.
We picked up also from our counterparts, because remember the other thing, the language barrier, they seem not to be well conversant in English. However, it seems as if when they came here, they came as like the visas were indicating that they were here for studying as security guards. However, that could maybe they could have misrepresented themselves. Hence, we talk of contravention of Immigration Act. So that's one part that we have indicated. They didn't say much. However, we believe as now we move with them to be processed, then we can get a lot of things. But we are very, very optimistic that in terms of criminal activities, we can really get something out of this.
Yeah, and big concern around this, because we've had claims or stories about the potential for these types of military camps, training, underground training on South African soil before. So this probably will contribute quite a bit in understanding the anatomy of these types of alleged crimes. I mean, as you say, you're still investigating. They came here on a visa ostensibly to study security training, and there's some issues that you still need to clarify. But how much does this further, Donald Mdhluli, the bigger picture in South Africa and claims made around training camps on South African soil? Yes,
that's one thing that we can say that it's very concerning. And for us, hence, we indicated that our intelligence structure that have brought this to our attention and an action be taken. We believe that this is a start of bigger things to happen. However, we may not disclose to the public now of the other things that we are going to take in terms of the action. However, we believe that indeed there could be that possibility that there are other similar things that or training that could have been or that is taking place in our country. We also urge members of the public, because some of these things you find that members of the public, it's the responsibility of everyone that if they notice something, let them alert the authorities as soon as possible before anything can happen, because it's really a threat. Something like this could put the lives of the citizens in danger, they are welcome to share that information. There are a lot of platforms, including that Crime Stop number, where they can share that information with the authorities so that actions like this are taken.
Just want to confirm the number. You said 95 males, Donald Mdhluli, and you also said right at the very beginning this was initially a designated site for security training, which then was discovered was being used for other purposes other than that. Do we know who owns that property, or how it first came to be a site for training?
It appears to be an area that could have been rented from what we have gathered so far, and the person responsible for training, fortunately, is cooperating. Is working with us as police, and there was no much resistance from the people that we have taken in. So I can indicate to the public that yes, we've got someone that was cooperative when we came to this place in the morning, and he's still with us. Fortunately enough, it seems as if he is also coming across some challenges with some of the people that we have taken in. So for him as well, it's also something that will bring relief to him. However, this is a story, as you indicated earlier, that is still unfolding.
What challenges, Donald Mdhluli, if you're allowed to share with us?
I request that I don't share much, but it seems as if they were also giving him problems within this camp. So we are going to share more of such information as time proceeds.
So it sounds like a private property and not state property, right?
Exactly. This is a private property that seems to have been rented by the guy that is conducting the training.
And final one before I let you go, because I know that other people want to talk to you as well. The age groups of the 95 arrested?
Also that one, because as I'm talking to you, we're trying to gather their belongings taken from where they are accommodated. So we are going to get the exact information of who they are. Does it correspond with the papers that the officials from the Department of Home Affairs is having? So we are going to share that information as time goes on.